Folks, what is happening? Got the Dodge in here and I got some airbags. So I'm gonna put some airbags on this truck. Just something to kind of keep the little bit of the sag off of it, just in case you ever hook onto a trailer and it drops it down a little more than you'd like due to having a leveling kit or a lift kit correction on this truck. It has a small lift kit, nothing major. I think it's got like a 1.5 inch block or a 1/2 inch block or something like that, or a 1 inch block. It's not, like I said, it's minute, but just in case I want to hook something to this and it sags it more than I would like, I'd put 15-20 pounds of air in them bags and be done with it. So folks, got the Dodge pulled in here and I've actually got some airbags for this pig. I've got a set of bags and I didn't go with an onboard compressor with one line feeding both bags, just in case you're ever turning or something, you know, you got a fifth wheel on here, nice bit of a trailer, and you take a turn and this thing side loads your bag like that. So you're turning and all the air dumps into the other bag. I really like split systems, or if you have a valve that doesn't allow that, there's metering valves that you can install in the system. That way you got 15 pounds in one bag, 15 pounds in the other bag, or 35. And when you take a corner, it's not gonna side load your one bag and mismatch it side for side. So let's jump into it. So first things first, the factory bump stops right there will need to come out on each axle. We'll go ahead and remove both of those, one from this, not each axle, sorry, from each side of the frame rails. We'll go ahead and snatch those out. Ain't nothing to it. 4 bolts, they'll all be out, 2 on each, so let's get after it. First things first, we need to take these bump stops off. There's one on each side of the frame rail for the rear axle, and it's got 2 15mm bolts per bump stop. So a total of 4 15mm bolts hold in 2 each bump stops. So we'll get in here and we'll break her on loose. I don't know if I can do her one-handed, but we'll try. Oh yeah, easy day. I'm sure that's loud. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. And using the supplied hardware, these are these countersunk Allen keys. That gets bolted up there. Your bag sits on the axle, on its mount, and your air line fitting. The top of the bag goes right through that, and it's a quick and easy, down and dirty. That's all there is to it. So let's get after it. So I snuck this bag in here, and got this clamp on here, snugged her down. Got this little heat shield Jackson in here to keep the exhaust temperature away from the bag. Necessary, don't really know, but we'll just throw it on there. It can't rattle any worse than this one does. I got a 35 spare, full-size 35 spare down here, brand new. So it's the only reason why I will not take this off. And I don't want to just throw this in the bed and lose all of my bed. So I deal with it because I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Right on, right on. So you need to orientate this bracket here that you can see is loosely spinning on there. Hand tighten, install that bolt. If you need to use the spacer, use the spacer. I don't need it. So set your bag down. There's a cap in it. You want to take the cap out and you want to get your hose fitting for the bag. Grab that bad Jackson, run it in hand tight, and you're going to follow that up with a doggone 9/16. Oh, I just about fell over. A 9/16. I'm working out of my little toolbox here because I got everything else kind of put away for the time being. More on that to come. So what you're going to want to do is install your bracket in the orientation you need. One side's for a gasser, one side's for a diesel. Install that bolt hand tight. And then you're gonna follow that up, take the cap out of this, and then you get this right here. This is for you to put your slip fit, it's a compression fitting for your airline. You're gonna go ahead and thread that in there. And then you'll hit it with a 9/16 and tighten it on up. So I gotta hold the bag, so, but you get the concept. Things seated very nicely. Very nice. Got the bag in there. Looking good. Well, folks, I'm hooked onto that gooseneck, and I'm taking it over to my buddy Hank over there at Hamiltonville Farm. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna try and cobble through some of his scrap metal and make a spare tire mount for my gooseneck. I was trying to think of a good way to say it, but we're going to try and piece something together. So stick around. You'll see into it. I just crossed over into Florida, and it's smooth sailing. So I come over here to Hank's house, and we pulled the trailer up in there. Went ahead and knocked this little jam out. Threw some wet paint on there. Got some nice runs in it. But welded in that beam there to this beam, got all this stuff in here, and it is stout, let me tell you. So I would have put the spare up there right now, but I have no way to secure it. And I think once I get home, I'm gonna find me a plate and actually just bolt it. Basically, it'll look like two U-bolts, or I might even just use a U-bolt right through here, through two of the lugs on the tire, and that'll work. So got this thing all up in here. Bolted in real nice. It's stout now. It don't come out. Brand new spare up under there. It ain't nothing crazy, just a little piece up in here, a little U-bolt. So, oh yeah, out of the way, discreet and protected. I know it's not ideal. A tire cover sure will get beat pretty quick in the sun, so. Got the wheel out, still cruising. Look at this trash. Look at that flat tire. Look at that carriage bolt just going in that thing. Doggone carriage bolt, man. That'll piss you off. So I'm out here somewhere in Arkansas, and I stopped here at a local O'Reilly's. And I'm gonna put some grease down here on this gooseneck because it is driving me nuts. Every small little turn, you can just hear it. This thing, you can hear that sometimes, but I can hear this like in the truck really bad. It's just sound like a dang pig squealing. It ain't never made that before, that noise. Towed this trailer quite a few times. Like I said, it's never made a single sound. But I think I'm like 600 miles in, somewhat on this journey I'm taking right now, and that thing started squealing, so I said I'm done with that. Throw some grease on it and we'll just ride out. Might I add, the airbags on here doing a stellar job. Pretty cushy ride. Man, my truck's dirty, and I'm pretty sure I just got that all over my fluorescent neon shirt. Yellow. Thing's a mess, man. But the airbags on the truck running like a dream. These things are very nice down here. Holding on very well. You can see all that rust transfer. So it's been a little squeaky. We'll go ahead and put some grease on it. Set her back down and continue on. I said I'm on the west side of Arkansas, continuing out west. Now it doesn't take much. Just a small drop. You're back on the road.